Once again, yours truly, Professor Dr. Dolphy Gilpin, and I'm here with another version trying to capture every little detail of medical research done 1991 through the 1996 at 408 Madison Street in Brooklyn, New York. Once again, there's an attic up here represented by ATT, and that's where I really started off from. It's not showing here because the windows are to the back. The archaeology or the architecture of this building is that the architect, what they call them that do the building design, have the windows, these windows are to the back, but there's actually a studio right where you have the black spots up here, so that there are really 5 floors to this building. Yeah, the attic is up here and it's also habitable, like a studio. That's where I started off from Columbia, here Columbia, and here Columbia, and here SUNY, and here SUNY as well. So here, I was at Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center, and after 2 years I moved down, or 1.5 years I moved down to here, whereby SUNY took over, which is the State University of New York Health Science Campus at Brooklyn, which had an integration of about 4 different medical centers and the hospital at the time. There was Brooklyn Jewish Hospital, there was Interstate Medical Center, there was Downstate Medical Center, and there was others too, Brookdale Medical Center, and others. But the one that I've mentioned, I have actually gone there and did some medical research and see some of my other doctors and so forth at those branches. I think it was while I was here or here that I met the chairman of Brooklyn Jewish Hospital. And no, it was here because it was near during my exit interview. During my exit interview, I was downstairs here most of the time, although I also controlled or occupied this and as well as the attic. No, this was some strangers were down the stairs here, and they left in 1996, there just before me. I was the last one to leave, and that was that. But this is a very intrinsic history of my medical study, and it cannot be left out. It was pure. There was no sexual corruption or anything like that. And there was a senior obstetric gynecology, research, hematology, cardiology, pathology on a placard, podiatry as well. And it was all on a placard here. And there was one here, all separate, when I came down to the 2nd floor. 7 years of intrinsic, pure medical studies, not contaminated by any sexual corruption or anything like what is happening in today's law, and even in medicine there are a lot of corruption today. It was pure, physically pure. 7 years of it. And I left and went to the island, and that was where things got messy. After a couple of years, things got messy. Always are fighting for money down there, and discrimination against American doctors and all of that. Yeah, they actually nearly killed me down there, and I vowed not to even look or set foot back on the island anymore because of that. So this is it. The signs were here, here, and there was an electrical sign right on the ground here, implanted in the ground with a sign, Dolphy Gilpin MD Research, yeah, and there was one at the gate here that was actually implanted in the concrete, Dolphy Gilpin MD. So it was 7 years of thorough medical research. And the electrical sign had bulbs on it that if you hooked it up to an electrical source, then the bulb would light up at night. So there was a sign hanging, very professional. Everything was professional, but I made all these and signs here and signs here. So that was that. So nothing left out. This picture from the library brought out some other little intrinsic details that the others didn't. And so with gratitude to the DCPL Public Library. And once again, the phone was, those who could research back the New York phone white pages, you'll see Dr. Gilpin, Dolphy on the white pages back there in probably about 94, 95, 96 there, in that era. You'll see that phone in my name. I left everything, took the ship out to the island because something with real estate wasn't going on properly, and I wasn't in for any harassment or anything like that. I had sufficient harassment, and so I turned it over to the real estate investor, what they were doing, and went to the island. And that was near, I almost met my death on the island due to violence, corruption, and everything. So our need to be rid of corruption, otherwise we're going to be having a lot of wars and wars. And as my favorite friend here, Neil deGrasse said, you wonder if there were some beings outside looking down upon us, what they would see is that the humans down there fighting and killing off each other, killing off each other over what they don't know what, and that's why those beings actually don't visit the planet and reveal themselves. Or they're wondering what sort of people are down here, killing people or one another over trivial stuff that there's sufficient on the planet so that everybody could eat and live properly. But some people want to have it all, and some people want others to have none. And there's discrimination, white, black, and purple, and all different sort of things going on. And I guess he was right in saying, what a sight, those beings on the outside here, when they look down upon the humans on the face of the planet, Earth, and see the killing off each other. Right now there are wars going on in Ukraine and Russia and Israel and Hamas, wars all over the place, people killing off each other over lust and greed for money and greed for power. God didn't set anybody here to rule over everybody like that. He set man to rule over the animals, not for man to be ruling over one another as if the only ruler we have was Almighty God himself. And everybody wants to rule over everybody and, you know, do all sorts of bossy work. And when they can't have it their way, they find wars and kill one another and develop instruments to kill, to many times over to destroy the planet. I leave you at this, and once again, thanks to the Brooklyn College Library, the Brooklyn Public Library, and all the libraries that facilitate my studies back there in 1991 to 1996, Downstate Medical Center, and the Fort Lee Library, and the Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center Library down at Columbia Presbyterian in New York.